Welcome to the workshop. Having produced a lovely flat ramp for our plane iron, the next important thing to do is to make sure that our plane iron is in fact flat. It's the side of the blade where the bevel is formed that actually slides on the ramp. So we need to make sure that that's a good flat surface so we get full contact on the ramp. And we do that by flattening on the surface plate with different grades of sandpaper. So let me get down to that. I've just spent a goodly while, probably 4 or 5 minutes working on this, and there's still a long way to go. However, I have contact points just about all the way round a square in this area, and that's pretty good actually. I could continue working on that until all of this area that's in contact with the ramp was nice and flat. But I think I've got enough contact area here to at least assemble the plane and give it a try. This is something which we could spend perhaps another hour on making absolutely perfect, and it might make a little bit of difference. So that's something for another time. Now I'm going to turn my attention to the chip breaker. I've cleaned off a lot of the surface rust. I've used sandpaper to smooth the front curve on it, and I've flattened on sandpaper right along the contact edge. I just want to make that a much smoother finish by using the wet and dry paper and then honing on the MDF with honing compound. That should make the chips fly off better and should prevent any chips from getting underneath the chip breaker. And that's lovely. The next job is to flatten the sole. So I've installed the blade. I'm going to retract it slightly, put the wedge in quite firmly, just check that the blade is well retracted. I've set the foot on there nice and tight, and we can now flatten the base as we would a normal metal plane by running it backwards and forwards on sandpaper. I'm just checking I can see that I'm touching wood and not the metal yet, as I predicted. I decided I still had quite some way to go, so with regular checking with a straight edge, I'm tackling the inconsistency with a block plane, which I've set quite fine. And that's very close now. You can of course do this entirely on sandpaper. So if you didn't have a plane apart from the one you were repairing, you could still do this job. And that looks super. So I'll just take that back to the sandpaper. And that's looking really good. We're just starting to get the minute scratches on the metal, good contact, and right across the wood. So I know that's nice and flat. So I'll just clean that off with a rag, and then we can actually try it. Oh, that's not bad. It's a little bit thick. See if we can improve on that. That's looking good. Let me just put my dog down a bit. Well, certainly cutting all right. I can just feel very slight plane tracks in there, but from the point of view of being able to take full shavings, nice pretty thin ones as well, and if you avoid the plane tracks it's lovely and smooth. So we'll hone the blade next, try and improve that. We've also got the wedge to sort out. I'll repair the wedge, which should help hold the iron a little bit firmer, hopefully improve our results even more, and then come back for a final demonstration. See you next time.